good, everyone? Myself and my ever-present co-host Sav want to welcome you to the coffee house.
What's happening, people? I'm a little bit bunged up today. Hay fever has hit me hard, like it's out of order. We're gonna battle through it. Well, I'm gonna battle through it, and Akis is gonna laugh at me. But yeah,
Pretty much. Yeah. He's gonna have to battle through it anyway. We weren't missing up. We weren't missing a day of recording, regardless of how hay fevered up he is. Moving on. We have an interesting show in store for you guys today for our 4th episode. Doing all right, aren't we? We reached episode 4 and we haven't been taken down by YouTube or any of the podcasts that think so. We're all doing well. Again, bit of digression. So, as I'm sure you guessed by the title of the episode, we are going to be discussing the best movies, as chosen more or less by you guys, everyone involved in the polls. If you don't know what I'm on about, head over to @thecoffeehousepod on Instagram, link below, to get involved. You never know; it could be you that chooses one of our upcoming topics.
So yeah, as Ak said, we originally put the polls out to decide the subject. Greatest movies won. So we asked for a little bit more insight from the listeners, followers, and they sent us a list. From that list, we whittled them down to about 12. I think we've got 12 films. We wanted to get it to 10, but yeah, we had massive arguments at that.
It would have been the end of mine and Sarah's friendship.
Yeah.
A lot of brutal tactics were incorporated to get it down to 12 anymore, and there would be no more Coffee House podcast to talk about, or it would have been a one-man show. Either myself or Sarah would have carried it, and
that would have been
that would have been it. We would have lasted 2 more episodes, and it would have been game over. But so we whittled down to 12, and to be fair, without digressing, without any further ado, cracking straight into that list. Top of the list was Fast and Furious 1.
Yeah, that came from as a big one for me. You know, I liked it as well. It was from. Oh no, we can't say who it's from. That's not fair, is it?
No. You never know, because there was a few questionable ones that came on. So we can't name and shame, man. We can't name and shame. That's not what we're about. Your suggestions, whatever you guys say, is confidential. We will not rat anyone out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Your secrets are safe with us. To the person who chose the Barbie movie. It's cool, man. I get it. You know, some people like Barbie. It's cool.
Oh no, we're gonna be getting grilled, to be fair, when we be talking about our films, but you know,
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about our ones because there's one that I haven't seen the whole way through, which I know Savas loves.
Well, we're gonna talk about this. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. I'm sorry. Fast and Furious, Savas, that's your thing, man. Go.
Yeah, man. So I was the one who said that one has to stay.
Yeah.
Love cars. Love Fast and the Furious. Man. For me, it's just a top film. The new ones have got a bit ridiculous, but the first ones was all about me, man. All the cars and that. Ones. Yeah, it's what set the first ones are the reason why there's so many ridiculous ones now. Let's be real about it. So
it was the thing with Fast and Furious is that although they were ridiculous, but realistic ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Even the first ones, I think that the stunt was they jumped in front of a moving train. Like the train was coming, and the train, they went through it. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Now you got people jumping out of planes, landing on cars, and getting up and carrying on fighting and all that. Like it's just.
Okay, what about the one where they're going from floor to floor in Dubai?
Oh yeah.
I remember being in the cinema, and I always remember being. Just as they were going through.
And you know what it is, yeah? For the first Fast and Furious, it was proper street racing orientated and stuff like that. So the cars were like feasible in my eyes. I'd seen them all before. Whereas with the new ones, don't get me wrong, I like to look at Lambo's limited edition ones, but it's like
that's not what it was about. It was about the cars that you would buy for like
you could
£1,000 on Auto Trader.
Yeah, that's
and then you'd find like parts and whack it all together. It was the custom-built, self-built element.
That's it. It applied to a car enthusiast, shall we say?
Yeah,
whereas,
100%.
Now it's an action movie. But I mean, on to the next one.
Actually,
or not? You got something to say?
I've got something to say to you actually. Based on the last one, we're talking about The Rock. Yeah. Do you blame The Rock for them becoming as ridiculous as they are?
He's doing his job, isn't it? He's doing his job.
I just wanted to throw the question out there because since The Rock's got involved, man, they've been
hella
explosions.
That's where That's when it become a big Hollywood film. You know, the big Hollywood star come in. You know, The Rock come in.
That's
And,
true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
then it become big budget after that. That's what happened.
To be fair, it was my bad. I shouldn't have tried to go at Sabas's idol like that. I'm sorry.
I'll have an answer for you always.
True. You can't get The Rock around Sabas.
Do you know what? I don't think we've had this whole episode. I don't think there is a single Rock film. I don't think there is.
Yes.
There isn't, is there?
It's actually not. No? Sabas.
I don't listen.
What, not even a Scorpion King in there, no? Oof.
We'll anyway, on to the second one. Yeah, we've got Lord of the Rings in there.
The trilogy of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I really like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, big film. Big film.
Because I read the books. Well, I say the books. My sister had this limited edition book like that. It was all three books in one basically, and it had the images in there, and it had proper designed characters. I remember reading it, and the writing was tiny. I was like in year 6. And everyone was like, "What's this nerd doing with this massive book?" And I was like, "Listen, I like it." This is when everyone was reading Harry Potter, because I read Harry Potter. I was like, I want to read this now. And I remember when that film came out, I went to see it with my dad and my sister. Wicked. I remember seeing that film, and when you bring a book to life like that in the way that it was brought to life, it's unparalleled, man. It is brilliant.
I mean, I haven't read the books, yeah, but I mean, from people that have, like what you're saying,
yeah,
it's hard to. Most people will say the book is better. It's hard to sometimes transfer that onto the big screen. But I think Lord of the Rings, that film, I can't knock it. It's
brilliant. But it's true. It is so difficult to get something that has captured your imagination right on the screen. I'll give an example, which anyone in my family who has seen me barrel through these books will they will agree. Darren Shan. I don't know if anyone has read the books. The Darren Shan, the vampire, the 12 books about the vampire. Technically 16 because he brought out another 4 books about one of the characters. Basically, I've been reading these books since I was in year 5. We bring out a new one every year. Darren Shan. And then they made a film about it. It had serious characters in it. It had not Will Ferrell. What's the guy who's with Will Ferrell in?
Oh, mate.
You know his name.
Yeah.
I'm deviating from my lack of professionalism in the last episode where I decided to look at my phone to find a character. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. That, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Salma Hayek was in it. The kid who was in Hunger Games was in it. Big production, but the film was. I can't even do it because I'm going to swear. It was bad. It was bad. It was horrendous. They tried to combine 3 books into one film in an hour and a half.
See, things like that happen sometimes, and it's Lord of the Rings. I think is so
Lord of the Rings smashed it.
Yeah, like I said, I never read the books, but that film is too good not to be true to the book. You know what I mean? It's too good not to be true to the book.
It's so close to what the actual books are. It's impressive. I mean, to be fair, the books are about 3,000 pages or something mad like that, or whatever it is. But let's be honest, the extended editions are 12, like all 3 as an extended edition is like nearly 12 hours.
Yeah, they're long films, man. They are long films.
Very long films. I mean, if you're having a duvet day, it's going to be Lord of the Rings, isn't it? But you can watch that from 9 in the morning and until you basically go to bed.
Don't eat.
That's a whole lot of milk chocolate digestives. That's a lot of milk chocolate digestives.
We're moving on there. We're moving on to the next one, yeah? Gladiator.
Are you not entertained?
Do you know what? There's a tune that couple of the boys I used to knock about with.
Back in the day.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we're still friends now. I remember in the shed. Jim will know about Jim's shed. A few people will know about Jim's shed. And he used to have this tune, I think it was Alias, and it was called Gladiator. And it was just a grime beat, but at the beginning it has his speech.
Yeah,
I don't even know his name. I'm going to mess it up.
Maximus something.
That's it. Yeah. And my name is Gladiator, and it goes Alias, and the beat drops. But But that film, it took me back. When I heard that song, I remember it took me back to when I first saw that film.
Yeah, it's a brilliant. It's like
Yeah,
Gladiator.
man.
I'm surprised that neither of us thought of Gladiator when we were talking about our ones, because firstly, it was long. It was a long film. Like for
Yeah.
back then, it was long, and everything about that film was, well, back when we watched it anyway, it gripped you. You know, everything, the fighting, the arena fighting, the song when he's walking back at the end, even the beginning, and then when he betrays him at, like, there's so many things about that film that when you watch it, it's like kind of you just kind of jump and get more into it and more into it and more into it.
Put together pretty well, isn't it? Like as far as
yeah, it's like
I
I wouldn't say masterpiece, but it's a good film.
Yeah, when we was trying to get things out of it, we both just straight away, no, that's staying.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Gladiator went nowhere.
Gladiator
went nowhere. It couldn't.
All right, good fellas. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so there's a few films that I haven't seen, and you're gonna cuss me throughout this episode.
You know what? I'm not gonna cuss you for Goodfellas because I'm not gonna lie to you or to the people watching. I've only seen a bit of Goodfellas.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you. But I know that from people that I speak to.
This one stayed in from outside influence. This was
exactly, yes.
The amount of people, like my brother-in-law would kill me if I told him that I haven't seen all the Goodfellas, because he got me into The Sopranos from early.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And I remember watching the Godfather films with him as well, and then he gave me the books, and I was like, oh my god, this is bad. So he wouldn't be happy if I didn't watch, if he knew. So Pete, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We'll watch it when you're back.
But it made the list, to be fair. So obviously,
which says a lot about the film.
Yeah,
because for it not to have been seen by the two people hosting, which I'm not sure how that's going to go down. But
yeah, to be honest,
feel free to cut us in the comments. I don't know.
we planned to watch a lot of the films, but the editing for the last episode just
which hopefully you've all seen.
Yeah.
But the editing, look, I'm going to throw my hands up and say a massive fair play to Savas, because that's all pretty much him. I had a bit of media influence in that one, like a bit with the sausage tail. That was big brain.
That was big brain powers. That was
But yeah, so it took up a lot of our time getting that episode just right, because of how much was actually in it. So we didn't manage to
doing it through Zoom, sharing screens, and having
it was a screen share.
Yeah, it was hard. It was.
Savas is doing it all on a potato computer, so it's.
Don't start with my PC. Not now, man, please.
I'm sorry. I can't talk, man. I've got my internet's about as fast as a tortoise on a sleeping pill. So
it's doing well today. To be fair, you haven't frozen. On to Coco. Coco's. I want you to tell me about this.
I cannot believe that you haven't seen Coco. I actually do not understand how you have not seen Coco.
Well, look, when I put it in Google and I saw it, and like you said, how have you not seen this film? So I typed it in and I looked. It's animated, Disney. So if someone's not going to tell me you have to see this film, in my head, I'm not. I'm going to go see this film. That's my argument. But when you're explaining it to me, I mean,
listen. The reason why I'm slightly more upset about this, that he hasn't seen Coco, is that we had that answer 2 weeks ago. He still hasn't seen it.
Sorry, what?
Do you understand my frustration?
Oh. So, seriously though,
listen,
you love it. Just tell me a bit about it, man. What makes you? Because you're passionate about it.
For me, Coco was going nowhere. It was going absolutely nowhere.
I didn't even bother arguing, because as soon as it come up, he said to me, "Have you seen it?"
And we said we got to whittle this list down. I actually skipped over Coco when we had the list. I didn't even say it.
I said, "What about Coco?" And that's when he was like, "You don't know about Coco?" And I was like, "Oh, what have I done? I should have just kept quiet."
You should have just sat back on your sofa and just like, okay. No, look, Coco is my descriptive ability is horrendous, but I'm gonna do my best. Coco is a film based on the Day of the Dead in Mexican culture, where you leave out like food and things for your relatives who have passed. Also, it's a good way of learning random words, like family words. I've already forgotten them, so I clearly haven't seen Coco enough. But It's about a kid who's trying to find his. He wants to become a musician because he loves it, but all of his family hate music because his great grandfather, left his great grandmother, and then his great grandmother is still alive, and she's a daughter of. There's a whole like family. It's a really nice family based film. And it builds up a relationship between the main character and a side character who becomes the main character. There's a massive twist at the end, but I've been sucking in by the music because I love like Spanish music.
To be fair, sorry to interrupt you, but what you've just told me there, it sounds like the way they've structured the story is enough to pull you in there. Like you just describing the story is enough to pull. Look, we both like anime, innit? And a lot of my friends rip into me and this, that, and the other. But it's like the same thing I tell them. It's just the story, man. Like just the story and the way it all comes together.
Who cares how it's portrayed? If you like the story, what's wrong with
that's it?
Whether it's live action or animated or comic or you know what? We're going to get into this in our anime episode. This could be.
We will talk about this.
It's coming, guys. It's coming.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah. So we're going to move on. Basically, I'm upset that he hasn't seen Coco, and what I'm going to hope is that by the next time we do it, he's going to watch it, and then he can say, "Oh my god, hands up! I'm sorry, I didn't watch it sooner."
Do you know what? I'll write that down right now. Look, watch Coco right now for you. I got it. Watch Coco. Look. It's on my list.
Underlined. 2 lines, not 1. 2 the next film, Shawshank Redemption. Phenomenal film. Story-wise, brilliant. The way the whole film works. For me, I know it's a weird thing to say about a film that is as good as Shawshank Redemption, but the bit that I loved was the ending. The clever way the ending was done. Like from the minute that he broke through that suit, from the minute that he escaped, and it explained how he escaped, it explained his plan. It showed what happened with all the money. It showed where he left it. It showed that he knew the other guy was going to get out, and he goes, "Meet me here." That was so good the way it was done.
I didn't see it when it came out. It was a film that we had to watch for in media studies when I did it in sixth form.
Yeah.
And when I watched this film, I was like, "This is exactly what you said." Like when it comes out at the end and it goes, you just think,
it's like
masterpiece. It's like these people have started. They've done it properly. How a film should be done. They've started at the end and they said, "Right, how are we going to get to here?" And you can tell by the way it's explained that. They knew what they. Yeah, it's just
it's nuts because I remember Shawshank Redemption. I watched it by accident, basically. I was at my grand's house down in Camden, well, Highgate, Kentish Town, anyways. And as you can tell, I'm wearing glasses. So when I was younger, my eyesight wasn't as good as you would assume. So
first week, actually, you got your glasses on. To be fair,
and do you know why that is? I'm going to tell you now because I got a lot of messages saying, "What is going on with your background?" For anyone who's noticed that my background is now straight, and you can't see the black thing, the pole behind me. Don't look, don't zoom in because you're going to see it. Let me just sit here.
We're working here,
yeah. So this has changed, and I'm not using the light. I'm using natural light, and there's no glare, so I can actually see you now. Whereas before, it was a lot of. Anyway, moving on. Thank you to everyone who cussed me about my background as well.
I cussed him as well.
Yeah, Sam has been cussing me from day one. Basically, it's either my internet, or it's the glare from my glasses, or wake up, we have to plan. Sorry, it's 3 o'clock. I'm sorry about that sleep.
It happens.
It happens. So what you realise is that we love digressing here. We can't stay on track.
Oh, we do, man.
Like, it's that. No, seriously. So I was at my grand's house and I thought I saw a video cassette. I thought it said the Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank. Yeah? Or Sawfish. I thought it said something. I thought it was a nature documentary. Yeah? So I put it into the VCR player. VCR now. Tape. Lock. Film started. Sisters walked in. "Oh, what are you watching?" I was like, "Oh, it's Shawshank something." And she went, "Shawshank." And I went, Yeah, she run over. No, you can't watch that. Run into the living room, press stop, pulled it out, hid it. I was like, I was lost. I was like, what's just happened? Like, why am I?
Obviously,
Okay,
being a kid as well, when someone does that, you're thinking,
all
I
right.
got to see that. I got to
Yeah.
see
So
that.
if you've seen Shawshank Redemption, there's a few scenes in there that make you know why.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a particular scene. I'm
Yeah.
thinking laundry room.
Yeah.
Lockjaw, all of that. Yeah, memories. So obviously, I then made it a kind of mission to watch that film. You ready? You good?
Sorry, man. No. I just.
No,
Yeah.
just
I can hear you. I can hear you. I just.
okay, cool.
I thought something was going on, so I just.
Oh yeah, well,
Sorry.
Attack of the Chickens. Chickens in his garden.
They're the best, man. You don't know, man.
3 eggs. Yeah, so I made it a mission that spawned over a course of maybe 5 years. Firstly, to try and re-find that video cassette to then watch the film. And I think I found it when I was 14. It took me 4 years to find it. They hid it well. They hid that cassette well. It took me 4 years to find it. I found it, watched it. I was like, okay, I realized why they didn't let me watch that when I was 9, 10 years old. Right, so that's my experience with
top
with
film, film, man.
But brilliant film,
top
really
film.
Good. And again, and we move before the digression begins. Step Brothers is next.
Step Brothers, yeah.
Talk to me, Sabbath. I know you.
You know what?
Actually,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, this is the film where I'm sure this is it. Yeah, this is the film where they're in bunk beds, but they're full-grown men and they're both a bit slow and that. Yeah. Okay. I just want, before we start talking about it, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, this is the right film I'm about to start describing. But yeah, when we whittled the list down, I'll be honest with you, we took a few comedies out and we stuck with this one. Yeah. And it just made me laugh. I'll be honest, the ones that we got, it was just one that had me in stitches, man. It's just well put together. It's a funny film. The storyline's great, but I mean, beside that, I just love the humor, man. I love the humor that them not portray.
They do. They play the idiots.
Yeah, very well.
Really well.
Very well. Which is another film.
There's no other way of putting it. They just play. Idiots really well.
I don't know how deep we have to go into this one. I'm gonna. If you've got nothing else to say, I'm gonna tie it into the next one. It's very similar to Ace Ventura, which was another one we got.
Hang on. Ace Ventura.
But this is a big one now.
Ace Ventura is a big film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, like the beginning of that film cracked me up. I was cracking that film's what, an hour 30, hour 40 minutes?
I couldn't tell you the runtime, but yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It might be less, it might be more.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below. I remember, I think I was laughing about 80% of that film.
It's good, man.
I could reel off that film.
Is it the first one that they're going looking for the
dolphin?
For the ring?
They're not looking for the ring. They're looking for the dolphin, and the ring is a clue.
Yeah, to the person who's But I'm saying, okay, yeah. So I'm thinking of the same one you are.
Literally, like the bit where he thinks he's found the dolphin, and he's standing over the shark tank with the fish, and he falls in, and he's like,
when he makes his bum talk, man, little things like that. And obviously,
I ask you a question.
You're a child watching that, yeah. I was. Don't get me wrong, I weren't old, but I weren't young. I was watching it. I was just, I was walking around doing that. It's the best film, man.
I asked my sister for something, and I did it with her. My sister must have thought I was a crackhead as a kid.
What we say about
asshole, amigo. Even the bit when he goes to the grunge thing, and he's walking downstairs, and the guy with the long hair, and he goes, "Oh, is this guy over here?" And the guy's like, he's like, "Thank you."
The bit where, oh my god, man, no. See, when you talk about playing the idiot, yeah, I'm surprised it didn't. We're gonna discuss ours later on,
yeah.
And I don't even think we've mentioned this. I can hear the ice cream van, man.
Ice cream
really put me off right now. Sorry.
He's clucking for that Magnum.
Which about I've lost it now. Jim Carrey
Yeah.
I can't even remember the other actor's name, man. Dumb and Dumber. It didn't come up ever in any of our discussions.
That's true.
But I'm just, that's another like one. I'm just bringing it up now. It's so similar to Step Brothers, where they're just good.
That's more similar to Step Brothers than Ace Ventura is to Step Brothers.
But that's what gave, like, when I say Jim Carrey playing the idiot, that's where that whole thing kind of come from. You know, they're just so good at playing that type of character, man, and it makes the film. It makes the film.
It's
the next one though.
Ace Ventura is too much.
Ace Ventura is. Do you know what? Yeah. What? I'll be honest. Out of the ones I've seen right now, is definitely probably for me up there, man. It just resonates a lot, you know, from growing up.
I think out of the suggested films that came through, I feel like Ace Ventura is the one for us that stood out the most. And
because we both forgot about it. In general, I mean, well, I don't know about you, but I did until we started talking about it.
I mean, if you're wondering why we say that about Ace Ventura and it's not at the top, I'm going to level you. We went in the order that we received them.
Yeah, listed them all out, and then
it was listed, so it all came like that, and then we took out and slotted in, and But anyway, we move. We have to move.
The next one is for you. The next one is for you, and it's all you because you had it for your games. So I'm here. You know, I see it as well, but
I'm just saying, if this ain't like, all right, Lion King, the cartoon, the original, not the new one, the original. There's not a lot of words for Lion King.
How traumatizing was it when he?
It was horrifying. It was horrifying. I cried. I cried. I don't know how old I was. 5, maybe 6.
It's mad that they put that into a kids' film when you think about it. It's quite. Yeah. It was quite.
But have you realised that Disney managed to normalize it by having the people who died as animals?
I suppose.
They kind of normalize it because
I guess that's how they got away with it. I was going to ask you, how do you think they got away with it? But
because although they get you attached to the character, mate, Mufasa, upset, man. Rest in peace. I don't know why I do these things. Like,
do you know what?
at some point, I'm just gonna get a message saying, you know what, mate, just leave Sebas to do it because you just do something seriously random.
No, but listen, you know that though. You know that that film. It is, man. If you didn't get upset when you was a child and you see it, it was powerful, man.
There was Lion King for me is one of my favorite Disney films.
Yeah, I can go with that. I can run with that.
Yeah. Without a doubt, my top 3 Disneys. You got Hercules, Tarzan, Lion King. I'll read them off for you that quickly. Like, great films. But I think Lion King resonates because it's emotional. Because the beginning kind of gets you involved in it. You're like, oh my god, Mufasa, no,
straight
Scar,
away,
you scumbag! Literally, like you
straight away.
But think about how attached you got to Mufasa that quickly.
Yeah. They done such a good design with the character design, whatever.
The character development.
Straight away, you were sucked in, and they just took that away from you. You want to see the end now, don't you? You don't know what happens. Obviously, yeah.
That's how you do it.
Oh man, listen, I want to get more in depth with Lion King, but already I'm looking at little time when we started. I'm thinking, wow, we still got the 2 hours.
Yeah,
so we'll move on. I'm looking at the next one, and I know you are going to get onto me. So,
okay. I don't understand Sebas, man. I don't understand. You haven't played Doom. You haven't seen Coco. And he hasn't seen Avengers Endgame. He hasn't seen anything.
I've seen a few of them if they're on the telly. Yeah. But like everyone I know loves the Avengers and they've seen all of them, basically. All 22? I don't know how many there are. There's loads of them, yeah? All of them. Yeah. They just don't like, they do it for me, but I just haven't been sucked in by them.
Fair enough. I just don't understand how you haven't seen Endgame, to be honest with you.
How can I watch Endgame? Is it really going to mean the same to me as it will to you?
I just don't understand, man. Endgame it's a joke. Like, you need to see it, man. Like, I don't like. Listen, you know what? The thing is, this is what annoys me now, is because I was going to reel off a whole load of things about Avengers Endgame, and now I can't. I'm going to ruin it for him. Yeah. What I'm saying. Listen.
You can do what you got to do. I know that like everyone dies and all this. How can you stay away from things? I'm sure like you in group chats and it gets discussed. Like I know everything.
Fair enough. But I'm sorry, but it's just it's such a good film. I
know, innit? I know. I get
It's so good.
Yeah,
No,
I get abused,
listen,
man.
when Cap rocks up with Thor's hammer,
See, don't know about this. But I mean,
it's mad. It's mad. I was raging. I was raging with Iron Man at the end. I was fuming. I was like, why? Why? You have fastest. You can fly away. You can get away from him. Why? Why did you sit there and click? Why? It's a well done film. I'm not too overjoyed with what they did with Hulk. Like,
what happened? Talk to me.
So they kind of what they did is they
have to nerf him a little bit because
they
he's
nerfed him massively. Like, but not just a normal nerf. They didn't just say, right, cool, he's overpowered. Let's just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
They literally made it so he's nowhere near as strong, but he also has Bruce Banner's personality.
Oh, so he becomes more human. You saying
he's basically a 10-foot tall human with massive muscles.
I don't know about that.
Do you see what I'm like?
I don't know about that. No. I think if you got a character, don't mess with the character.
They did it for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? There's the reason they did it, and fair enough. Director's choice or
yeah.
It was weird. I'm not a massive fan of Semi Hulk.
Semi Hulk, you know.
Sulk, isn't it? He's a sulk.
This timeline is bugging me, man. I'm so sorry. I can see it in the bottom of the screen, and I'm thinking I can't believe it, man.
I didn't want to say anything because that's not me in it. I don't do that. Now that you've brought it up,
it's staring me in the face.
Why?
I don't know, man. It's working out. I'm back to work. I'm back to work now, innit? So you know.
Sabas has got the driver's turn where Sabas blatantly drives like this. Just one arm dangling out the window, innit?
No, man. No.
Like, letting go of the steering wheel, driving, checking. It's 100% how Sabas is like.
Oh, mate.
Catch Sabas in Isle of Dogs.
I knew when we was doing this episode, I was going to get grilled, but you're taking it to new levels, man.
It's just stop making the things that you do so grillable, man.
Listen, I'm done with the Endgame. I'm not talking about it anymore. I'm moving on to the next one.
Are you sure? Because I'm worried about how you're going to react to the next two films, man. You know what?
I'm in for one, but the other one I'm going to get a bit more of
to spare Sabas's blushes. We're gonna be quick on these two, all right? Not because they're not as good as the other ones, but I'm worried about Sabas. So, Christopher Reeve, Superman, old school classic Superman.
You know what? The first thing that comes to my brain when you talk about that is when he's flying, and I look at it now and I think,
that budget just
poor. Even when I don't know if it's Superman 1, 2, or 3, but when they're in the ice, they're in the. Is it like his lair?
Yeah,
it's all icy around.
Fortress of Solitude.
Is that what it's called? I'm not too familiar. So. But when
Superman, I'll be honest with you, Superman isn't my.
Yeah, I'm the same. I've seen them, but it's just one of them that we used to watch as a family. It come on the TV. That was like that. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, that I just feel like it's in this list because it's iconic. I mean, you hear Superman original Christopher Reeve, you think, yeah, man, that's the one. Like,
it's kind of where the full blown hype for Superman came about.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Probably out of all of the Supermen, if that is how you want to say it, Christopher Reeves portrayed it in the closest to actual Superman.
Yeah. I think so. Well, I mean, we spoke about this with James Bond. I know you said you didn't watch many, but we likened it to that. Like, if I said to you, who's James Bond?
Yeah, and you know who James Bond is.
Well, for me, everyone has their own James Bond. Like, who is
that's true. That's true. Yeah,
are you with me?
We had this discussion.
With the actors and stuff as well. So, yeah, depending on which ones you used to watch. But
Very true.
Man, Superman, solid. Changed the era. One of the first ones to do it. And man, that's why it's there. The next one,
100%. Yeah,
I have no. This is another Avengers Endgame, but I don't think it's as bad. But I mean,
I don't think it is. To be fair, it came out in 1981, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, it's a pretty old film.
It came out 9 years before I was born, so I can't really talk about it too much. But it's sad. It's the Perseus myth, same as the one that came out in 2010, just old school, but portrayed really, really well. Like, I'm not gonna go massively into it because I'm sure you've all seen Clash of the Titans, or if you haven't, I don't really blame you. It's not an amazing film, but this is the original, and this is the one that kind of made Greek mythology. It's another kind of introductory into a genre.
Paved the way, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Paved the way. See, this is why we work together, because he's using the words that I don't remember.
Believe it or not, we work quite well, regardless,
Yeah.
you know, if he's giving it all the time. But
apart from the insults and apart from the fact that he sends me, you know, pictures of his internet downloading at 300 meg, and I get 3.
to be fair, it's closer to 400, man. Don't just say that.
My hair's a bit mad. I need a barber. Someone's got a trim, but
yeah. My sister was able to help me out, man. She was able to help me out.
Social distancing. She put a clipper on a broomstick and just.
If you would have listen, it's a good story to tell. If you would have seen when I turned up to her house, if you would have seen what her attire was. So I went around the garden. Now she's opened the back gate. She's dressed in like a hazmat bin bag suit. Her whole thing, gloves up to here, mask. She's giving me my mask, gloves, whatever, and I'm sitting there getting a haircut. To do my ears, I had to take them off. It was the weirdest haircut I've ever had, to be honest with you, mate.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it's an enjoyable haircut. No. Again, the deviation is mad.
But it's important, though, isn't it? With what's going on now,
it's true.
I feel like, but you know what? It was good to catch up, to be fair, because I ain't seen her in the flesh for ages. So,
2.5 months, yeah.
That's it. It's good to catch up, man. But, yeah, we move. Listen, we move. Them 12 films there, it was hard to pick them down. It was hard to whittle them down to that list.
If you think that was hard,
our
list was horrendous. Our list was painful. Sabas had about 46 films that he wanted to have in it, and I was like, I had so many. I was like, no, I can't.
The way we set it out, we was like, straight from the back, we're going to do top 5s. We both agreed straight away.
Top 5, sure, you can do top 5, surely, no problem.
And then we decided we should have some honourable mentions too. Yeah, now
that's where it all went wrong.
Yeah, because when Aki said that, I was writing down so many films, and he was like, "So, how many honourable mentions we doing then?" Like 10? And I was like, 10.
10? What? 10? Is that it? Is that all we're having? 10 honourable mentions? I got a bit of a problem here. I got like 72. And this is why I had this is why I had to alter the way Sabas gave his list, because my guys put trilogies in there.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
all right, fine. Because the thing is, if I didn't let him have trilogies, some of them I'm assuming he would have got straight off the bat, which I may or may not throw you into it, but to have the trilogies kind of like it brings the numbers down by 3 at a time.
Yeah, it's hard to yeah. That is true, man. But look, I'll pick my favorite out of the trilogies when we're getting through. But
that's fine,
because I'm not gonna. It's not. How can you put like? We'll get into it. We'll get into it. I'd also like to say, I don't know about yours, but mine aren't really in any order. I've just put 5 in there.
No,
so
I would not even attempt to order these, because this episode wouldn't come out for another 3 months.
Yeah, it would be hard. But
the way we kind of worked it, the way I chose my top 5 is I thought of my top 5 films, and just the first ones that came into my head, bam, 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 bam. Because in my head, if it's the first one to come into my head, it's a favorite film.
Yeah.
And anything that came after the top 5, honorable mentions. That's how I rolled mine.
You see, I had a similar thing, but then some films that come up with the honorable mention thing, I thought, no. For what it did, it's going in my top. My top. And some films I didn't even know about. I've come upstairs, looked at I got a DVD collection. I got not many. I got about 20, 30 of films that I love. And when I looked at it, I was like,
oh, you forgot about that one.
I forgot that one. But it's like
we both did it. We both forgot so many films.
Some of them I saw had to go in because I've only got DVDs of my top films, if that makes sense. Especially with now, you can just stream them. So, yeah.
So, I think the way we're going to do this is to avoid masses of deviation. We're going to do it quickly. I'm going to, for example, we're going to go through our top 5. The top on my list, in no particular order, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Secret of the Ooze.
Yep.
I don't know about anyone else, but that film cracked me up as a kid. Yeah, Michelangelo, like one bit resonated with me. Michelangelo. Yeah, it reminds me of me in PE. Yeah, the bit where he tells him to go and do his flips. Yeah. Now, I think he's doing it with Raphael. So Raphael's doing it properly. Backflip 1, backflip 2, backflip, and then you can hear Michelangelo in the background, innit? And he's like, okay, so he's on he's 41, 42, and then the camera pans to him and everyone's looking at him, and he's jumping and clapping, 41, 42, and I was like, that's me, like getting out of doing
when you do a lap of the field, or you could do a lap of the field and you
just cut corners, you cut that corner and cut like 60, 70 meters out of your run, like, oh, Akis, when did you get so fit? I'm like, you know, I eat good. I don't eat McDonald's. I go for runs on the weekends, and I'm sitting there with 20 nuggets, chips, and a milkshake with my feet up watching TV. Like, yeah, fitness. I am health. But it's not even just that. It's the pizzas in the film. They looked so good at the beginning of the film. If you have seen that film and don't immediately want a pizza, big 4-cheese, quadruple cheese pizza, you're a liar.
You know, it goes back to what we were saying about a few others as well. Like, it just goes childhood, man. Like, it's them Turtles films there. You look at the way it was, like the it's like puppets kind of thing. Anyway, I don't know if it was puppets or outfits, but you look at that
outfits,
and it's like,
but it was big outfits with the animatronic mouths, and like they really tried to make it move when they said O and R.
No CGI though, and that,
no, nothing.
You think it didn't look that great, but it was that great of a film. Well, to me and you anyway. I mean, even when you said it, but I liked it, you know. But it wasn't. It's not up there for me. But for you, obviously, it's had a different effect. But yeah,
it's so for me, it was so jokes, and like obviously every kid loves a bit of kung fu, karate, and you've got the bit with when he's in the fight downstairs and he's throwing he's got nunchucks, but they're not nunchucks, they're sausages, like those big sausages. Like, you want a pickle? I'll give you a pickle. And
man, I might have to watch that again. You know,
as soon as I get off this Zoom, I'm banging on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Love a look at that.
I've got the DVD over there somewhere. But it's so easy to digress. It's just I can talk about that film.
How are we doing this now? Right. Am I going to give you one, or are you going to do another one?
So you're going to give me yours. We're going to go mine, yours.
All right. Well, look, I've got on my list, on my top 5, as I said, I've got Fast and the Furious, but I've got Fast and the Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious, but I have gone for, because like Aki said, I've got to pick one. I've gone for Too Fast, Too Furious. The reason for that, I'm going to go a bit more into detail now. My brother was always into cars when I was young, and it sort of changed onto me. Anyone who knows me has known I've always had stupid cars, like little boxes, tin cans. I just love all the noise they make and that. And Too Fast, Too Furious in there. The main guy, Brian, he's got an Evo. He's got a green Evo. Yeah. And I remember. No, purple's the other car, the Spider. That's what Roman's got.
It was yellow, no?
Yeah, yellow. Yeah, yellow with the green stickers. Yellow with the green stickers.
Sorry to be on your... Sorry, but I'll just...
But no. This is what we're here for. You're correcting me, bro. Saves you correcting me than every other person. Oh, you like this film? You don't even know what colour the car is. A long time ago, yeah. But I remember there was an Evo 7, and my brother actually bought one. I remember I was 18, 19 years old, and I remember he gave me the keys. I was insured for the weekend. He was like, you can take it. And that just, when I had that car, it bought me, made all the right sounds, was so fast. It just took me back to, and you know, so many people to this day, it was like to me, to this day, tell me, I remember when you took me out in that car, and that's why one of my friends went out, he got the bug for cars, and he's like, I'll never forget that day when you went out in your brother's Evo, man. So, yeah.
So, that's the thing, it makes you want something that you go and you get, and then when you have it, it's like...
This is what was so hard about the top 5, because to other people, like for you with the Turtles, it had a massive impact on you. So like with the Fast and Furious, I'm not sitting there saying it's one of the greatest movies, but this is our top 5. And to me, it resonated, that film. Like, it had a big impact on who I become and what I do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so because we had to. It's more difficult to say this is in my top 5 when someone else is going to say, what is that doing in your top 5?
Yeah.
Like, how is that? Because this isn't a top 5 film based on everyone's opinion. This is
our top 5s, man.
These are our top 5s that resonated with us growing up.
I would be cheating myself. I'd be cheating myself if I didn't put that in and I put something that's like...
Yeah, because
Forrest Gump, let's say, for example, it hasn't made my top 5. But I know, and everybody knows...
It's regarded as one of the top films.
Top film, and it's in my honourable mention for that reason. We'll run through them after, but that's... Yeah,
because we based it on films that you watch over and over and over again, because that's what makes it a favorite film of yours. If you can watch it over and over again,
man.
Anyway. So take that into consideration when you're watching this. But my second film, Jurassic Park. It's got to be said. Jurassic Park.
Which one are you going for?
One.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Jurassic Park, listen, Lost World was a good film. Jurassic Park 3 was horrendous, and it's widely regarded as horrendous in the Jurassic Park community. So much so that there's an entire website dedicated to ripping it. I'm serious, man.
That's mad.
For me, Jurassic Park 3 will never be in a top film because of what happened to that T-Rex.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But Jurassic Park 1. Now, I was mad into dinosaurs as a kid. I've still got my dinosaur books from when I was like.
Do you have all the little toys and that?
Growing up.
Make
Yeah,
them fight.
mate. In my loft, somewhere, I've got all my old Jurassic Park figurines from 1993.
Wow.
I throw nothing away.
Don't. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah.
Yeah, because he got all of his stuff launched.
Some of it's still there. It was my decision, to be fair.
Pain. But digress again. So Jurassic Park. I've loved dinosaurs when I was a kid. My mum's favorite story is when I had dragged her out when I used to live in Cyprus. I dragged her to the fields to go dinosaur bone hunting.
What? To look for bones?
Yeah, mate. I had my little my gardening trowel. I had my bag, and I was digging up bones. I was like, "Mum, look, I found this bone. It's this," and it was a chicken bone, like straight up off the barbecue. It was like a chicken bone. But bless her, she went along with it. Oh my God, really? Is that what it is? Yeah, look at this. But yeah. So for me to see dinosaurs, big screen, T-Rex, raptors everywhere, tricep. Oh my!
Do you know what? That's another film as well, Jurassic Park. That you look at the now. If you showed it to someone, they'd be like, "This is doo doo." But it was. We can't swear. I'm trying here. I'm trying.
You already swore about 2 minutes ago, but
no, I didn't.
You did.
I didn't. What did I say?
I'm not going to say it, am I?
Oh, I'll try.
If you miss it, I'll tell you what. It was 5 minutes ago. From this point, it was 5 minutes ago.
All right.
Yeah?
Okay. All right. But
yes.
But similar to that, it's not graphically as appealing. But when you first saw it, it was.
Oh, but it's the same as our previous one, man. When you were a kid and you saw these games, you were entranced.
Yeah, of course.
That T-Rex looked so real when it was biting off the tire of the shoe. The shoe? What am I talking about? The tire of the I don't know. I'm tired.
Of the car.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, of the car.
So yeah, it looked so real, and it was. I remember like I got a puppet, a T-Rex puppet, a plastic one. I used to go sleep with it.
Oh boy.
Oh, I literally Jurassic Park made my childhood, man. That and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When I say to you, those films were abused.
Yeah, okay, I hear that. I mean, I've got two on mine as well. That's sort of from my childhood, really. I mean, the other one.
To be fair, most of my 1, 2, 3 out of my 5 are from my childhood.
I think you know what. Not many are, I'm looking at mine. I think only one. Only one. This one now. It's Star Wars. Again, I put the original trilogy, but Akis cussed me. So I'm going to go for A New Hope, I think.
That's episode 4, right?
Yeah, it's the first one. Fourth one, the first one.
The first third.
Yeah, but the reason I've gone for that is, again, like I watched it as a kid, and it was shown to me, and that film is way old. I think it was like early 80s, I think. I might be wrong, but I think maybe 79.
79.
There you go. When I see that film, we had it on an old tape, put it in.
Standard.
It wowed me as a kid. Wowed me. The music, the story.
Yeah.
I couldn't see what you said about when Mufasa died, when the Lion King was talking about, bro, Obi-Wan, man, got chopped down and that. Oh,
it's upsetting.
Painful. You're watching it and it weren't gory or anything, but in that short little hour or 40 minutes that you'd seen up to that point, you become so attached to that character. Luke's parents, the burnt bodies and all that. You start to feel for the main character, man. It was just thought out so well. And look, people say they've ruined the new ones. Episode 1, 2, and 3 was horrible, and the new one. I'll be honest, it's just because that they're not as good as the first, man. Because nothing ever outdoes the first. Outdoes the first.
It's very difficult to outdo the first films.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. Like, you have to have such vision to outdo the first film that you see. Because you got to remember that when you're trying to do when you're doing sequels or prequels, however you want to call it, when you're making these films, you got to remember that the people that have seen these films first, especially if there's a 10, 15, 20 year gap,
Yeah, like they
They
did
are,
with the
they,
Star
they
Wars.
are
Yeah,
they are emotionally attached. It's like Jurassic World.
yeah. You're
They had a
emotionally
big
attached
hype.
to what it was.
Jurassic World, the two, they didn't live up to Jurassic Park. I don't think so.
But they wouldn't. But they wouldn't. But
No.
it's the same with the originals. When they brought the
Star
prequels
Wars.
out for Star Wars Episode 1, people were like, "Oh, it weren't that great." That's because you hop straight in. They didn't
Yeah.
want to attach you to new characters because they're working towards Episode 3, so you understand. So it ties into the characters
Exactly.
you were attached
Yeah.
with.
Which
And
is
that's
what,
that's
which is why 1, 2, and 3 Star Wars. Although, listen, die-hard Star Wars fans, ones with posters everywhere and all that,
yeah.
they really dislike one. Some of them really dislike 1, 2, and 3.
Yes,
for the
agreed.
reasons that you
Agreed.
said.
Yeah. That's it.
But what can you do? You can't. The way you got to see it is you're not always gonna link the films that well.
Yeah, and how
Because
can you link 1
it's-
to 4? It's so difficult.
You
man.
can't. And the thing is, you can't recreate that emotional attachment to the original films.
Yeah,
Because everything moves on. Graphic quality moves on. Content moves on. Visual effects move on. Everything evolves and gets better.
that's
You're
what.
not going to create a film in 2020 with the same techniques you used in 1979.
Little things like Yoda in Episode 2. Yeah, it was Episode 2, Episode 3, when he's fighting with a lightsaber. I can't remember when it was, and he's fighting with a lightsaber. He's doing
He's
flips.
flying around like mad.
Bro, he was a puppet in the first films. He couldn't do that. So it was these little things that the old fans was like nice for them. They could actually see the wise Yoda fight.
Yeah, that's how you got to look at it, though, isn't it? You got to think of it as
fan service, man. This
is something that you never would have seen with the old films. You wouldn't have seen Yoda diving about like he was like a kid again.
You know that. Anyway,
because he was a guy like that.
We moved
Again.
because you know what? When we see the final time, the same with the gaming one, we're going to look at this and be like, wow, did we go for that long? Yeah.
The thing is, listen, the thing is, I don't think we're going to be putting clips into this one.
No chance.
I don't want to get sued. Moving on. My third pick, Matrix. First Matrix, for me. I'll watch it over and over and over and over again.
Big film.
I think one of the reasons I liked it as a kid was the concept of when Neo sits down in the chair for the first time and he goes, "I know Kung Fu." That when he's learning all of that, and you're just sitting there thinking that spawned a lot of dreams for me, man. That spawned a lot of and now I know how to do this. Now I can do that. And the bit when she goes, "I need to know how to fly a jet," and then he's just like, "Yep, I know, cool," and they're off. And it's like, man. But also the way that the film is done in terms of you have when Morpheus is explaining to Neo what happened to the world and why people are freed and people are just are let, and he's like, they've turned human beings from a organic being into a D-cell battery, and it's like it makes you think. Obviously, I'm not saying that we are all D-cell batteries. I'm just saying it was a real outside of the box thinking film.
Yeah. The whole concept of it was thought up about it. It was like Morpheus was telling the story through the director, and do you know what I mean? Like, so.
I think I had a discussion with Chris. The Matrix trilogy was way ahead of its time.
Yeah, if that would have
That's
come out
probably
now,
why it's not as appreciated as it should be. I think if it came out now,
even do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Even like the dodging bullets and stuff. That famous when he goes back and that sort of stuff. Yeah, that sort of stuff there was mad. Them kind of effect never seen before.
No.
Even them kind of effects. At least that's the first film I think of when someone says to me that sort of stuff.
I love it. Honestly.
What film was it where she shoots the gun at the end and it goes round and goes through everyone's head, man? Bends the bullets.
Shoot 'em up? No.
Listen, I don't know what it was, but regardless,
it's one with Angelina Jolie, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was when she shot the gun. It went round and killed every single person. And when I saw that bullet bend and stuff, the first thing that came to my head was, I've seen this before. I remember in The Matrix when they can, do you know what I mean? When he can stop bullets and manipulate stuff. It was so I always go back to that, man.
You've annoyed me now. I'm gonna have to figure out what this film was.
Nah, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Are you
don't worry
sure?
about that.
Because
It's not in the honorable mentions. Why have you got
to be fair, it didn't actually make the honorable mentions.
I'm just saying. I'm just thinking of that scene and how it reminded me of the Matrix. Managed to find it.
I'm looking. I'm trying to do it. Wanted, apparently.
That's it. There you go.
See, I know I said I was going to do the thing with the phone, but I have issues. I'm sorry, guys.
It bugs you, innit? It's all right.
It bugs me.
You're human.
And it takes me, like, I'll be honest with you.
D-cell battery.
I'll be honest with you. If we weren't being recorded, I would have sat here until I figured it out. But unfortunately, I'm sure that you all don't want to see me sitting like this for half an hour.
Thinking.
But we move.
Was it my turn, innit? You just done Matrix.
Yep.
We've got 3 left. Which one do I go for? So I'll go for. Let's go for Back to the Future, man. Again, pick the trilogy. And you told me I can't. So
hang on. That's the first time you said that. I haven't said that you can't. I didn't say that you can't.
No, but okay.
What I did say was at some point I might throw you in and ask you which one of the ones is your favorite. So you can't just you're gonna make these people think that I'll bully you, bro. It's deep.
Listen. He didn't pin me down and say, "Listen, you ain't doing this. You gotta do this." But he said to me, "Bro, picking a trilogy is cheating." And to be fair, he was like, "He's gonna stick on me and ask me what one's the best." And this one, I'm struggling even now to think what one's the best one. This one's bugging me.
See, the thing is, I'm not. Just to clarify, you have all seen this. I have not at this point said to him, "Pick your favorite one out of the 3." Although this was the one that I was going to do that to him, but now I feel bad.
Right, I'm stuck between 2 and 1. 3 was good, not as good as 2 and 1. And because 2 was the first one that came to my head, I'm going for 2.
Right.
I'm going for 2. Back to the Future. I didn't really see it as a kid, but I saw it when I got older. My brother had loads of films, and I used to always bug him, like, let me watch a film. I want to watch a film with my brother. He's a lot older than me. He's like 11 years older than me. So obviously most of the films he's watching, I can't watch. Yeah. So he's like, all right, look, let's watch this one. And boy, that was it. Back to the Future is, for me, hands down, it's probably one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. And I don't even know why or how.
Big statement, man.
I just love it. I just love it. I love Back to the Future. For me personally, I just think, I don't know, man.
I get it.
Like, the whole concept of it.
The concept of time travel, because in the second one as well, it's when he has that, when he gets the book, and he just makes millions from betting.
I think does he get the book in the first one when they go back in time, or does he get it in the second one?
No, man. He gets it in the second one, and then it shows him when he's using it in clips in the first one.
So why do they go back?
So in the second one, they go back because his son gets convinced to do something.
No, in the first one, the doc, he's got the camera, they're in the car park, and then he's getting shot for the plutonium, and he goes back in time. Yeah.
But he does it
by himself. He does it by accident. That's how it all starts.
Because Dr. Emmett Brown, memories.
Yeah.
He set the date in when he first thought of time travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's when he goes back. So he goes back to that exact date. But he doesn't go back to do.
But he don't go back. He gets shot or something happened. But in the end, he gets in the car to drive off.
Emmett Brown gets shot before.
And that's it. And Marty gets in the car.
Marty drives off.
The
car gets to 88 miles an hour. Goes back to 1975. Done. Yeah.
No, that's wrong. 1954, Kazi.
55.
55? I don't know.
I can't. You have to do it now because I've already looked. Like you can't do that. I can't be sitting here trying to like slyly look at my phone and everyone's just like, oh, I can see your phone in your glass reflection. No, me. You're not wearing glasses, Seth. Basically, the first one has nothing to do with the book.
No, because they go back to.
He goes back to 1955.
Yes. No, listen. Yes, and then the young boy, he falls. Isn't that at the end of it? His parents, they're in the dance. They're in the dance, bro. They're in the dance in that year. Yeah. He buys the Alamo sports book in the first one. No,
Almanac.
Whatever. He buys that.
He buys it in the second. All right.
I'm not having
his favorite film as well,
Yeah, I might be getting the numbers mixed up, so that means the favorite one is wrong.
Listen, hang on. So in the second one, he goes with Doc and his girlfriend to the future because his son is he gets convinced to do something stupid by Biff's grandson.
In the second
Yeah,
one.
in the second one. All right, stick with me.
Right.
So that's why he goes to the second one. And then when he's in the future, he finds the sports almanac, and he buys it. And then he goes, oh, Dr. Brown's like, no, I did not bring you here for financial gain. I bought it for blah, blah, blah. And he dashes it on the bin. And
Yes,
then
you're right.
Biff
You're right.
goes into the car.
And then they have to
Come
go.
on, bro.
Then they have to go. No, why? You know, I'm getting confused
Because they have to go back to 55.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
trying to say
back.
to you. Why don't you listen to man?
Sorry, man. Sorry. That's why. But that's why I went for number 2, because you get to go and see number 1 again. Right. Sorry. Okay.
Right. Okay. Cool. I got you.
Right. Sorry, because
Well,
he
we got
ruins
a little
it.
bit heated, but we got there.
I remember he's in the tree. George is in the tree and all that. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Right. So sorry. Okay, go to your next one. Regardless, one of the best films we've ever seen, hands down.
Glad we clarified it. For me, my 4th selection is Godfather 2. Not 1, not 3. Which is weird because this is a sequel. Like you, a sequel would beat the original. Yeah. But have you seen Godfather 2?
No, you hated me because I haven't seen any.
This is one that you haven't seen that upset me.
Yes.
He hasn't seen Godfather 2.
But I'm upset with myself that I haven't seen Godfather, to be honest. Just putting it out there. But the hype is gone. Does that make sense? So I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I liked Godfather 2 over Godfather 1 is because Godfather 2 was kind of like a prequel to Godfather 1. Does that make sense? It was a prequel. It basically showed Corleone's rise to being Don Corleone.
Okay, so it wasn't actually a continuation. It was more, this is how he got to...
No, it's kind of... The order technically is 2, 1, 3.
If you were to watch them in order, shall we say? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think. I might have got that wrong, which is...
I can't argue with you. So if you're wrong...
I can't argue. So if I'm wrong, then I have all of the internet about to launch abuse at me. I'm ready. Bring it on. Yeah, so I liked it because it was the prequel. It kind of... It showed the more Rago side of Corleone.
And to be fair, it's a gangster film, innit? I feel like the gangster film.
So now, can you imagine me saying to you that it shows a more Rago side to Don Corleone?
Well, I don't know because I haven't seen it, but I mean, I'm assuming he was a bit raw.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything because it pains me.
Sorry, but my one's going to pain you.
Is brilliant. All right. Well, your one doesn't pain me as much as, you know what? Sabas, go for 4th choice.
Well, Scarface. Like
I've seen half of Scarface, which is nowhere near as bad as not seeing any of the Godfather films.
Are you winding me up? Listen, no. Scarface is everything.
Listen,
everything.
In the description below, comment it on Instagram. Yeah. What's worse? Seeing half of Scarface or not seeing any of the Godfathers?
Bro, what did you tell? What did you tell me when I was like, what made you stop at? What did you tell me?
It might not be half.
There you go. Yeah. You told me where he stopped. I'm not even going to tell you. I was like, oh, you ain't seen it. The film ain't even started. The soundtrack for Scarface.
Give it a rest.
No, it really is, man. The soundtrack for Scarface, Push It to the Limit, oof, banger, She's on Fire. All these songs are on GTA Vice City, and you was probably vibes into them. They come from Scarface. True. That Vice City was based on Scarface. You find the chainsaw in the bath, it's based on Scarface.
Oh, we have one serious discussion coming for the next evolution of gaming video. Oh my god! All right, go on then. Talk to me about Scarface.
There's nothing. It's the same like you and Godfather. It's a gangster film, but like Godfather was what you saw. For me, Scarface is what I saw, and I can't go into it without ruining the film for you. He comes from nothing. He's a gangster. He comes over to America, wherever. He starts doing bits and bobs. In the end, he becomes the kingpin. I'm not going to ruin the ending, but it's a gangster film.
Basically, we're coming out of this episode with 5 to 6 hours of films to watch. So
you have to see it. You do. And it's not like a whole. I'm not going to ask you to watch like 3 films, but you have to see this one.
You're going to watch the Godfather trilogy. I'm sorry. I know. Do you know what the worst thing is?
I'm not lying. I'm writing these down.
No, I believe you. Do you know what the worst thing is for me? Is that I've got the DVD for Scarface in the loft, which is literally there. Like, it's there. I know exactly where it is in the loft. It's right above my head.
Oh, come back down.
One second, guys. I'm gonna put
No,
it
no,
on
no.
the second screen.
Last
Yeah.
one.
Last one for me.
Last one. Go on. What you got?
I've got Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Listen, I'm man enough to admit that when Robin Williams died, I shed a tear.
You're a man.
I was upset. All right. Mrs. Doubtfire single-handedly floored me. The bit, okay. You remember Mrs. Doubtfire, innit?
Yeah, pretty well.
You know the film. The film, yeah?
I know it pretty well, to be fair. I know it pretty well.
They're in the kitchen.
Yes.
They're talking. And then she's talking about her husband. Oh, he loved to drink. In fact, it was a drink that killed him. Was he an alcoholic? No, he was hit by a Guinness truck.
I know, you know what? I know he's not thinking on the fly as a script, but the whole idea that
you know what? I honestly, sometimes the way the guy throws out lines, I feel like he actually. It was. I cried.
The impression he give you is like that he's just thought that on the fly. You think this guy's sick.
But even the bit at the pool where he throws the lemon at Pierce Brosnan's head. Still, that's more of a soup. But she launches the lemon at his head and it pounds off his head. And he goes, "Oh, the scoundrels! It was a drive-by fruiting."
No, you know what? That film is classic, man.
It's so
classic,
good.
Classic.
This is Doubtfire. It's so good, man.
Oh, very good film. Very good. That's another one from my childhood that, to be honest,
that will never go anywhere. That will always.
That's in my honorable mentions, and it was hot. Yeah. Like I wanted to put it in, but I couldn't. When I go through the honorable mentions, it's going to be like some of them people are going to look at me funny, which I'm sure.
I'm getting a lot of funny looks from my honorable mentions.
Bro, some of them, they're like that film that. If someone see it in honorable mentions, they'll understand. Definitely belongs there. Top film.
Right, well, before we get into the honorable mentions, what's your last pick?
I've still got my last one.
You still got your last pick.
Hey, what is it? I've gone in a funny order here. Another trilogy. Another trilogy for you. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I think I know what this one is. Go on.
Friday. The Friday trilogies.
What's your favorite Friday film? Hit me. Come on.
All right. Look, it's not fair, innit? It's next Friday, but it's not fair that it's next Friday because I loved Chris Tucker in the first one. Is it Chris Tucker? Yeah. Chris Tucker? Yeah, Smokey. Yeah. So he's not in the second one. They replaced him with Mike Epps. But Day Day, oh my God. Day Day's
jokes.
Yeah,
when jokes.
They're in the he moves to his uncle's house next Friday.
Yeah.
And he's got this crazy...
They 20s.
Yeah, yes.
They know 20s.
That's exactly the story I'm getting into. They 10s.
I'm playing they 10s, but they look like 20s.
They're nice, though. They're nice. And his girlfriend or his ex-girl comes along.
The nutter.
Yeah, she starts keying his car. And his dad, his uncle, he's got to him, Day, that crazy. Yep. He's outside again. What's she doing with that big key? Oh, she's scratching the non-stop laugh.
It's so good.
Me crack up, man. I can't. I've gone for a lot of comedy, man, but like a lot of the films I've picked just like made me feel good, man. But that film,
feel good films.
Oh, that film is the one, man.
Taste the egg. Taste good.
And when he's talking about Baby D, he's like, "Oh, she got the year 2000 snacks. This guy, the big Twinkies over there." And he's looking at him. He goes, "Take that off your head." He's got that funny. No, I gotta stop.
Hey, yo, Dana, is that your cousin? Yeah, that's my cousin.
You fired.
Daddy made me eat myself. Oh my God! Oh, I've got so many films to watch.
You
fired.
fired. You fired.
You fired.
Oh man.
Oh my God! It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, man. Honorable mentions, God. Listen,
honorable mentions.
We can't We can't describe. Yeah, we can't describe.
No,
because we're going to be here all day.
We'll say it and we'll give one sentence about why. Because obviously, I don't know. Well, we're probably 45. I'm not going
to. I'm not going to go into detail when I give mine. I'm just going to give you a little summary and summary.
Is the last samurai one of your films?
No. And
I'm sorry. Bad joke. I've had coffee. I'm a bit excited.
You go first. Go on.
Right. So, I'm not going to do a Savas and go. I'll just pick an order.
Oh no! Sorry. I'm recording right now. Can you please give me 5-10 minutes? Thank you very much. I'm recording. Walk away from the door. Thank you. Please make no noise on your exit. Thank you. try to be as professional as I can with that. Continue.
I hope that stays in. I really hope that
it will stay in. It has to stay in. What can I do? Go on.
Right. I'm not going to do a Savas and restructure. I'm going to go in the order that I've written it. So my first film is the new Broly movie, Dragon Ball Z, because it was the first time I got to see a Dragon Ball film in the cinema. And when I say to you, as a 27, 28-year-old guy, queuing up to see a Dragon Ball film, I was hyped.
You know, I'm going to quickly chime in. We're not allowed to do this. We said we'll go quick, but it's weird when you go to see them films, you see so many others like you. Does that make sense? Like so many grown men.
There's so many grown men in this thing. I'm not surrounded by kids, thank God for that.
Yes, and they're all going to see the yeah, right. Yeah. Carry on.
And there's people wearing Dragon Ball t-shirts and your Dragon Ball. I went in my Dragon Ball hoodie.
I was like, wow. Okay. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, man. Sorry, continue.
Right. Lord of the Rings. I've done a Savas. This is a trilogy. Lord of the Rings trilogy. I could not differentiate between the three. Thank God it's in the honorable mentions. As we discussed before, fantastic set of films. Ace Ventura. Shout out to the follower who drove me through that one in. Massive ratings. Didn't say it earlier, but also a massive ratings to the guy who picked out Coco because, Then we've got Good Will Hunting. Unbelievable film. Yeah. Good Will Hunting in terms of the storyline, the plot, the acting choices, the way it runs. Perfect. Yeah. Brilliant film. Friday trilogy is in my honorable mentions. I couldn't throw it in there, but for a reason we just discussed, Friday trilogy is in there. This one was spawned in from me and Savas talking. How High?
Yes.
It speaks for itself. If you've seen How High,
you know about it.
You know about How. It's too much.
If you got that, if you got that ivory, just
got that ivory. Yeah. Damn, that bike fat as hell. Did you just call my bike fat?
God,
no, not doing it. All right, next film, Pokemon the first movie.
Yes.
Saw that at cinema. Got my Mew card, which I've still got over here.
Yes, big. I got 3 of them. Sorry.
All right.
No, I'm saying I took everyone
on campus.
No, everyone who went with me. I was like, I'm having that. And
you robbed your mates for the
No, I think my brother and sister took me together. So I took my brothers, my sisters, and my.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Big brain woman. I like it. I remember the cassette, that big block yellow cassette, which I also still have in the loft. What's next? The original Broly movie.
Yeah,
I could watch that over and over again.
You know what? When you put that in, I was
soundtrack.
I'm fuming that I didn't think of it, and yeah,
it's the soundtrack. It's the brutality of that film.
Yeah. Which is the reason they remade that other one, to be fair.
But they changed it too much, but we're not going to get into that. We're not doing it. We have an anime episode designated for this.
Yes.
Yeah? Next film. Not the trilogy. John Wick. Wicked action film.
Bad boy. John Wick. He's a bad man.
John Wick.
He's a bad man.
He's honestly the most raggo person. I love
that film. I love that film, man.
Quality. And my final honorable mention, Megamind. Cuss me. Go on.
No, it's not fair.
Film.
No.
Not you.
Oh,
I'm talking about the followers.
All right.
Trust me. Megamind is a criminally underrated film, and you all know it. You all know it.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? I again, it didn't make mine, but
you were upset that it didn't make yours, though.
Yeah. When we were having a little discussion beforehand, and we were talking, I was thinking, oh, how have I missed that? But now I'm not taking anything out for it. I've decided already. So
the good thing is that because we had a couple of similar films, we just left it as it was. It was fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. I've gone through mine at rapid pace. Thank God, otherwise we'd be here on 45 minutes. Savas, let's go.
All right, I'm gonna try and do mine at rapid pace.
Don't pick and choose. Just.
I'm going top to bottom. Listen, just to say, the only reason I was doing that is because when you spoke about The Godfather, I felt like, well, Scarface has got to come there. So my list went a bit.
What are you talking about? Mine was The Godfather 2 was 4th. Right.
Yeah, but Scarface on my list is 3rd. Oh, whatever.
Listen,
right, cool.
Just...
Right, we're going honorable mentions. Right, for top of the list, I got Pokemon, first movie.
Yep.
Same reasons you said, but who didn't like Pokemon when you was a child? We spoke about it in the gaming one.
Yep.
Bro, it was the first film. We could go watch Pokemon in the cinema. Come on.
Yeah.
Second one, Dragon Ball Z, but not Broly, Resurrection F.
Yeah.
First ever film that was available to go and see in the cinema. Battle of Gods come out. I don't know, was that in the cinema? I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I remember that. I feel like Resurrection F was the first one that was in.
Oh, bro, I had to go far. Resurrection F. I went to Thurrock. I went to Thurrock to see it.
Wow.
Yeah, so
see, that's dedication, right?
Locally. Yeah. So but yeah, when I went there, exactly what you said, I see people, everyone around me in their outfits and stuff. I just went in normal clothes. I was like, I wish I wore something, but it was crazy to see that. How does people that I'm getting cussed for this, but people like me, bro. Like, there's people like me, bro. I love this.
The hype.
I got Beverly Hills Cop in next.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
All of them. Listen, come on. Right, that's all I need to say. I don't need to say anything more. Yeah, the king, that film. Layer Cake for me is up there. Love Layer Cake. That ending where he's walking down the steps and he goes, "If I told you my name, then you'd be as smart as me," and boom, gets clapped and it's done. I just think that film is so well done, so well done. Mentioned it earlier. Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Come on, I don't think words are needed for Forrest Gump. No. Everybody knows why.
Yep.
How High? Got one there, same as you. Exactly. Yep. Already discussed. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Now,
such a joke film. This
film, oh my god, just stupid. There's no other thing but stupid, but it just got me laughing, man.
Stupid, stupid.
Immature humor.
Stupid that you can watch.
Yeah, it's immature humor. I love it.
They knew what they were doing.
It only appeals to a certain audience, but I was one of those people where it appealed to. Rocky. I've put Rocky 3, but bro, every Rocky, man. We ain't spoke about it, and
it was hard. The fact that I didn't have Rocky in my anything.
Yeah, but
it's bad. It's bad.
I'm
sorry. I went based on the first ones I thought of.
How can I not put that in as well? Like, how did it not make my top 5? It was so hard, but like I said before, I know this is a great movie. The story behind it, even the story behind how it all come together. He trying to sell it, but it just
he basically because he was going to sell it, but he said I will only sell it if I'm in it.
Yeah,
he had to sell buckets.
Yes, so hasn't made our top 5, but I feel like that will make any top 5 around the world, man. I think that film is
So, apart from for us two, apparently, but
we're weird, bro. We're weird.
Listen, if you didn't know we were weird before,
now you know. South Park movie, bigger, longer, and uncut. That film was really bigger, longer, and uncut.
I do not know how I watched that at the age that I watched that film.
You see, South Park back in the day never used to say the S word, never used to say the F word. Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie, nah.
Everywhere.
Now, if you watch it on TV, they say everything. But that movie, that changed it. Oh.
Don't do it, Cartman. I'm warning you. Okay, no, move quick.
My last one, it's a more recent film. And the reason it made this list, it was hard to even do my honorable mention list. I had so many. But the reason this film made my list was because it's the last film that I saw and it wowed me. And that's Inception. So I had the Wolf of Wall Street there. I didn't pick Wolf of Wall Street, but Inception, it was like, it left it open-ended. Is the pendulum going to stop or is it not? Is it real or is it not? The whole way throughout the film, it was just, I got goosebumps. When I walked out seeing that film, I was like,
mad.
Wow.
This is absolutely mad.
Wow. Yeah. I got a lot of time for films like that, man.
Yeah.
A lot of time for it.
It was, look, at the end of the day, it was a really well done film. That's how it worked. It was just done really well. It made you question things, and that's why it's in there.
You know that. That's it. I couldn't ignore it. No. But I mean, look, that's all of them done. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. But we tried to whittle it down. We tried to keep everything there.
I'm just gonna.
The funny thing is,
go on.
I just wanted to say that there's a couple of films that it's weird that I didn't put them in there.
Yeah.
Because do you know when they came to my head?
Go on.
When you said Layer Cake.
Oh, what, similar to that? So they're similar to like Lock, Stock.
Yeah, Lock, Stock.
Yep. I've got a list here. I've got a list of a few. I'll just read you a few that didn't make it to anything. I'm not even going to talk about them. Pulp Fiction, School of Rock, Wolf of Wall Street, Da Vinci Code. I've wrote all Jim Carrey films, all Adam Sandler's films. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. For obvious reasons, we're both Greek. We don't talk about these, but I mean,
we don't talk about that film.
But there's so many films on there that didn't make it to even honorable mentions, and you think there's so many great films.
This is a problem.
Films.
There's too many, and I'm not being funny, but unless we do a top 100, it's just not going to work.
I'll be honest, I don't even think we'll be able to do that. I reckon we'll struggle. We'll get to
I
the
think
end and think,
because the thing is, it's not as easy as just, oh yeah, there's 100 films. You got to order them.
yeah, oh no,
That's not
ordering them, no, forget
It's
it.
not happening. I'm
But,
sorry.
look, alright,
I'm
if
sorry.
I ask you though, I'm gonna kill you here before we leave. I'm gonna put you on it.
He had to. He waited a good 50 minutes to do this. Come on.
Yeah, I know you're gonna ask me as well. What's your number one?
Oh, I hate you so much.
I mean, I'll put you on the spot, so I won't hold it to you
All
too
right.
much.
Out of my top 5, if I had to pick a favorite out of the feeling of watching it for the first time, how many times I've watched it since, and well, those two things, it would be Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
But very, very, very close would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, you love the Turtles as well. I remember you say, okay, all right.
A few years ago, I would have said my favorite is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. The only reason I'm not saying that now is because as we're having this discussion, when I was talking about it, I kind of realized as a child, I enjoyed Jurassic Park
More
because of my love for dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah.
Thinking about it, it makes sense that would be my top one.
Okay,
What about you? Come on.
Well,
I feel like he's prepared, which is why he threw that at me.
That's what I was going to say. Because I knew you. Because I knew I was going to ask you it. I kind of know what one I was going to go for, but I have only based it on one thing and one thing only.
Right.
I don't know, man.
But say it, then you know what.
Because I'm looking and thinking, have I made the right decision?
Don't go for dramatic effect around here, okay?
No, I'm looking and thinking, have I made the right decision? That's all. So, look, I've gone for the Back to the Future trilogy, 2, 1, whatever, yeah? But I've
no. You're picking one of the 3.
All right. 2. But I've based it on the reason, yeah, that if I'm looking at my top 5 now, how I'm feeling right this moment, I want to watch one, I'm probably putting that on.
Right.
I'm probably putting that on. Followed by a very close second with the Friday trilogy next Friday. Because, yeah, man, them two, I could watch them over and over. That's why I've defined them. That's the only reason. It's hard to pick, hard enough as it is. I mean, that brings us to the end, man.
It does. And to be fair, one of the cleaner endings we've had in terms of not overrunning and not having to stop watch and think, oh, God, we're at 1.5 hours. The editing, no! Snake! All right, so, as always, as we have come to the end, we want to thank you for watching. We also want to throw out a reminder there that if you're watching and you haven't found us through Instagram, head over to our Instagram page to get involved, which is going to be in the link below. At the Coffee House Pod on Instagram. Give us a like on this, subscribe, give us a follow. If you have any suggestions, if you have any feedback, if you want to cuss at us for not seeing any films, so put it. No. You're getting it. If I'll create 6 or 7 accounts on YouTube just to cuss you for not seeing Coco.
We've got a few weeks planned out. To be fair, we're gonna post once we narrow it down properly. But next week's will be back to normality, getting back to normality.
After this lockdown fiasco.
I'm back to work now. Akis is still off as it is, but I mean, I'm back.
Lucky me.
And so yeah, we're gonna offer our own insights as well as see if we can get a couple of people on to speak about their experiences as well.
Yeah. So don't forget to be involved, guys. Got to follow us.
Keep an eye on the Instagram. Subscribe, 5-star. We'll catch you next week.
5 stars. Take care. Stay safe, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care. See ya.